Hello everyone, very good morning and good evening. Parminder here. Welcome to the demo session for SAP S/4HANA Sales and Distribution, and the topic for today is customer hierarchy. And the speaker again we have Mr. Rudrapal, the speaker for same. So basically, this would be a demo session for the training which we are going to start from the next week Sunday. So basically, we are starting a training on SAP S/4HANA 2020 SD training. It would be part of the two trainings. So we are doing the 60 hours of basic trainings first, and then we'll continue to SAP S/4HANA advanced sales training that we'll be doing in the continuation. So just to give you an introduction of Mr. Rudra, so Rudra has been associated with us for quite some time, and he's delivering training into the corporate training and in giving a multiple batches for us. We have just completed last month one of the batch on SAP S4 HANA sales in 1909. Only the last month we have completed, and we get very good response for that. And based on that, based on the people requirement and demand, we are starting a new batch for it. And this time we have divided into the two batches. So uh, Rudra is one of the guy whom I know that from last 15, from last more than 15 years, into the SAP domain from more than 13 years. And if when it comes to the sales and distribution, he's the one of the best guy which we know available in the market. And from the training perspective also, he has been considered in wherever he has been provided a training, he got 5-star ratings, and he got a lot of love from the trainees, the way he explained the stuff and the way he used the whiteboard and the blackboard teaching, that got appreciated a lot. So I would not take much time. We'll quickly start with our topic, and later on, maybe Rudra will also explain that what kind of topics and curriculum would be there during the training. I will quickly hand over it to Rudra. Rudra, over to you.
Thank you, Parminder. I hope you guys can hear me very well.
Yes, we can hear you, Rudra.
Okay. Thanks for very nice introduction, Parminder. Really appreciate it. Guys, from my side, very short brief. I am Rudra Pal. Having around 13 to 14 years of experience overall in SD area. I have worked on all the kind of implementation support, rollout and upgrade projects, and coming with the versatile industry experience. Definitely you can see on the screen my background, and I have worked as a trainer, um, as an external trainer, as well as inside the individual companies, also as a corporate trainer, as well as implementation expert and solution architect. Um, I wouldn't take much of your time, and we will directly jump into the topic, but I would like to share some initial points with you. The main purpose of always having a demo session before the main training is to give you guys an idea that how the trainer is presenting his thoughts. Is it good enough, comfortable for you to listen, understand? Is the methodology of training is matching to your requirement or not? And that's exactly what we are going to focus in today's short session. Please consider, as we are directly jumping into the one of the key topic and very special topic, customer hierarchy today, some of the terminologies, if you do not have if you do not already have a background of SD, some of the terminologies may be new, and then you may feel, oh, I do not understand this word or that word. But that would happen because this is more a demo session, and in real session you would realize, because we will go through the curriculum step by step, which will cover all the prerequisite to understand for the subsequent topic to be coming in for the understanding. So please keep that particular point in your mind, and let's go to our discussion. Today's topic, customer hierarchy. So let's start with the very basic point. What is hierarchy? Means we are going to talk about customer hierarchy, understood, but let's understand the word and its meaning. What does hierarchy means? I'll just change the color of pen so it will become more understanding. Hierarchy. So if you will ever look for the typical definition of the hierarchy, you would understand that it's an arrangement of information. It's an arrangement of information in a structural mode, which helps the organization to achieve or execute the processes and reporting very well. I mean, in a controllable methodology. That is the simple definition of the hierarchy. Now, obviously, the word front, customer hierarchy, is specifically talking in these terms that uh, how would you in hierarchical or in a structural method define your customers, and that particular hierarchy which you can utilize in the business will be called a customer hierarchy. So at the end of the day, for us, it's just a structural organization of the information. Now, this brings another topic, that where do we use hierarchy in real life? Many of the places. So uh, first or a very common use of the hierarchy is typically in the company, where we all know that hierarchy generally starts in the company, and specifically for the employee levels, like you have a CEO, you have CFO or CTO, then you would have the directors, senior managers, managers, and so on and so forth, right? So, and then consultants. So that's one of the type of a hierarchy. Or many of the time you would come across another type of hierarchy where if we think more on a customer's point of view. So many businesses will have the sales group concept. So they have a group of people who are actually selling the product, but when whom they are selling that products. So they also have a special hierarchy within the customers. Many of the time, logistics, to make your logistics processes more efficient, we may be supplying our products as a company initially to the distributors who are covering the larger part of the market. Later, distributor subsequently shares the products with the dealers. Dealers would be probably sharing the product with the multiple people, as in wholesalers or supermarkets. So this is another example of a traditional hierarchy concept we always come across in the real-time business. Why do we need hierarchy? So hierarchy has a one inherent benefit that makes sure, so the inherent benefit is the summarization of the information. At any point of time in this particular structure, if I want to find out that for my specific region, at the dealer's level, how much business have I done till now in my current quarter? It's very easy to identify if you have a proper hierarchy associated with your customers, right? Or if you want to find out that which of my sales group is performing very well for this particular quarter, which will result at the end of the day for a better commission for my sales group. So that kind of information also from a reporting point of view, we can get it from the hierarchy. And the benefit of hierarchy is it's always sum up the information, right? If your wholesaler sale is a 50 million and your supermarket sale is a 30 million, and then if you check that they are associated with the dealer hierarchy where dealer is supplying, so at this particular level, your total sale has become $80 million. So this is a standard concept, standard benefit which you always get out of the hierarchy. And that is one of the main reason why SAP has provided the functionality of the hierarchy. Where hierarchy directly helps in the businesses. So the businesses hierarchy typically helps to control exactly the points which we have mentioned. Reporting, controlling the pricing, and controlling the processes or your logistics optimization, where you exactly understand that which customer falls under which particular hierarchy. Why? How do I utilize analytical information of that particular sales to improve my logistics processes, my businesses, and my promotional ideas to increase my market? Those all the benefits you will always get from the hierarchy, customer hierarchy in general. There is a similar concept available at the product level, because anyone could have the question in your mind that why only at a customer level? What if I have the same concept available at the material, where I want to do the similar analysis SAP provides to the product hierarchy? Definitely it's not a topic right now for this session, so we will stick to our customer hierarchy. Let's take one of the example, and then we will compare or utilize that particular example in the system. So imagine we as a company, we are part of the some of the large retail business. So I'll just make a simple hierarchy structure. The large retail business. This particular large retail business, so guys or management guys decided we want to do a breakup of our reporting and controls. So they decided to divide it in two parts: national customers and regional customers. Makes sense. There can be some of the customers who has a wide presence, and there can be some of the customers who are specific within their own regions. And if the business type is there where they are looking for the further segregation, luxury brands or luxury customers and luxury showrooms as well as non-luxury showroom. So let's divide it here: non-luxury showroom and luxury showroom. Under luxury showroom also, if the customer business has a need to identify, okay, but if where this luxury showroom is located, is it part of the mall, it is in a like independent shop, or it's just a small supermarket and it's just a section within the supermarket, where it is located? And then they decided to have further two criteria: is it part of the mall or it is non-mall setup? Or imagine if for your business, the non-luxury division, they decided their priorities in the cases of non-luxury, it be bit more different. They want to find out if the store is with freezer or without freezer. So such a hierarchical structure is our ideal or real life situation, which as a consultant you will come across when you will deal with your client, that how do I achieve all this structural information which I will be utilizing for my KPI reporting, for my pricing controls, as well as making sure that how my customers are grouped for. So for example, you have a customer one, he may be the part of group who is a part of ultimately large retail, which is a national customer. He is a luxury customer, and at the end of the day, he is available in any one of the mall. So you will associate your customer number one with that particular mall. And this exact information, once you will start utilizing any of the sales transaction, once in the SAP you have set up this hierarchy, this information continues from document by document. As in, you create a sales order, all the hierarchy information is available in the system, because system is intelligent. SAP system is intelligent. It knows exactly what this customer represents. When you will do the delivery, when you will do the billing for that particular sales order, system does have the same information still continuing as a transactional data for it to associate that sales transaction to back to mall, luxury, national, or a large retail, that hierarchy level. So imagine at the end of the month, you need to find out all the sales for the non-luxury brand who has the freezer available. You will be very easily identify if you will check this particular level information. But what do we call these levels? If I call it for now the level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4. But what is this level? What is the terminology we are using in the SAP? We are going to call it a customer node or hierarchy node. Why do we call it a node? Is it a real customer? No, it's not a real customer. Your real customer is here at the end, who is ultimately associating with that particular sequence of the node. So it's not a customer, it's just a node which represents some type of a characteristics of that customer in a hierarchical method. We are going to utilize exactly this example to see in the system how does hierarchy works. What does means how hierarchy will help us. One of the another topic before we enter in the system I would like to take is if in the same business structure company decided that looking at the business current sales situation, we would like to provide 2% discount to my all luxury customers who are not part of the mall. That means this particular level. If you have to achieve this in a general situation without customer hierarchy, what would you do? You may have a situation that you have many of the customers available, probably 100, 500, 1000, depending upon size of the business as well as industry. You may have many customers and you would have to provide that particular discount maintaining at multiple level. This gives a level of challenge because now you are you have to maintain so much master data, making sure that that master data is correctly maintained, and so on and so forth. Now I'm not saying that this is the customer hierarchy is the only option or a way to achieve that. There are other options as well, but if we compare customer hierarchy and without customer hierarchy situation, definitely customer hierarchy adds a benefit because now you can go ahead and maintain the discount at this particular node, non-luxury with freezer node. And that will automatically pass down to your all the customers who are associated with that particular node in the downward direction. In general, your customer hierarchy is called master data. And we will start with seeing in the system, how does hierarchy looks like? So let me open the SAP now. So I hope you guys can see my SAP screen now.
I can't see.
You cannot see. 1 second. I can share it one more time probably. Now can you see? Okay, so now we will go through the SAP screen point of view. So the example which I was explaining you, the large retail, national, luxury, and mall, non-mall, and all. I actually tried to prepare the similar example for you guys to understand that how does hierarchy looks like. In SAP, everything runs based on a transaction code. If you are completely new to the SAP, we will discuss what is transaction code, but ultimately imagine it as more like a shortcut to go to any particular screen or a transaction. So for the customer hierarchy, the transaction code is VDH1N. So I'm going to go into the screen. Now I already know because I have prepared the data that what is my customer hierarchy type and what is my hierarchy node, which I'm going to look for. But let's look at it. How does it look like? So on the left side of the screen, what you can see right now is one of the simple example of how the hierarchy nodes will look like. So you can see on the top, there is a large retail. Then I have created one of the section of the national large retail. There could have been a regional large retail and all, and multiple level within that. Subsequently, you can see the luxury national large retail, and then you can see a specific within the luxury mall, national mall and large retail. So you can see all this structure. Now let me execute it for my top node. So if I execute it at the top level, then you can see that also there can be multiple level like mall national luxury or a non-mall national luxury. So we exactly saw that particular situation. So this is how the hierarchy nodes looks like. At this point of time, I have not associated any customer with it because I would like to show you that how when I create a sales order, what kind of information without hierarchy node sales order will receive or a sales document will receive, and what is the difference, or how do we maintain the hierarchy information or associate it with the customer, and what is the later situation which is different. So let's do a very simple quick transaction here. I'm going to create one sales order. I'm providing the basic information for the sales order creation. If you are completely new with the SAP, this is the mandatory information for every company user who is creating the sales order has to provide. So now we are in the transaction. I'm providing my sold to party, my customer number, and I would provide my customer's order number. When customer provides me the order, he is telling me, giving his own purchase order reference. That's what I'm entering here. And I exactly know for my testing what material code I'm going to add. So I will add the same with example quantity. System is proposing me, there are already the contracts or outline agreements available. I'm going to ignore it for our purpose of the testing. And now system has pulled all the necessary information of the sales order. But I'm interested from the our topic point of view, the partner information, customers partner information. So let's go into the partner, go to header and partner information. So what you are seeing on the screen right now is who is my sold to party? The same customer, definitely. This is my customer name, domestic US customer one. That's my customer. He himself is playing a role of a sold to party. He is ordering me, ordering the product. He himself is the ship to party because the address where he wants to receive the goods. Same, he is the bill to party. He is going to receive the invoice and he is going to pay. So in this particular case, it is a very simple scenario where same customer is behaving in the same way. But I need an information for my sales or a pricing reporting control, the customer hierarchy. If this customer is mall relevant, luxury, is it a regional, national, what this customer is. And I'm missing that information at this point of time. Okay, now let us do the same transaction. I wouldn't save this particular information. I will go back to my customer hierarchy information. I will associate my customer code, my that sold to party with hierarchy details. So what you are seeing on the right side now is the way how you can associate your particular customer or information of the customers to respective hierarchy node. So I would like to associate that customer with mall national. He's a national customer who is a part of the luxury chain and he is in the mall. So I would like to associate that particular customer with my this node. So you can see my node information is here and my customer information here is my customer information. Let me quickly verify that I am taking the right customer. Okay. Yes, I am taking the right customer. 171 4 times 0 1. So I provided my customer for whom I'm going to create the sales information, and I want it to be associated to a specific node. I just need to provide the information from what time to what time. This relationship is valid from which day to which day. So from today till XY, like end of the eternity. So I create transfer, and now you can see there is an additional section here. Additional section which you can see on the left side, which shows that my customer information is now associated in that particular chain of the hierarchy, in a structure of the hierarchy under specific level. This is how your company, if you are utilizing a customer hierarchy, every customer code will be associated to the hierarchy. Now, maintaining a master data is specifically a skills topic because you have to understand how, what, and where you are associating that customer information. But these things can be learned by the user as part of the training. Now, let's see at the system level how this is going to impact our sales document creation. So now I'm going to create a same sales order, similar information. I'm going in the transaction and utilizing the same customer, which I wanted to check for. And I'm providing material code and a quantity. In reality, to create a sales order, you really have to provide very less information. Screen looks challenging, which SAP is improving over the period of time, but necessary information is very less, and system will do rest of the thing. We'll follow the same path. We'll go to headers and partners. And system did not determine it. So we'll have to check what happened. Okay, 1 second. We have associated it. I will have to restart the transaction. I will restart the transaction. We are again providing the same information, ignoring the contract relationship here, and go to header, partner. And now you can see system has pulled all the information from this particular customer. Additionally, 4 different levels. You can see large retail, customer is part of the large retail, national chain, and luxury chain, and it is a mall. So earlier when we created the sales document, system did not have that information, and that means that information is not associated end to end in the my sales process. Now with this particular assignment which we did, system could associate all the necessary levels. This will happen consistently whenever you will utilize this functionality for any customer. One of the thing why earlier system did not determine it, it was because, as I mentioned, customer hierarchy is a master data. If you on the running transaction make any changes at the master's level, your system will not be pulling that information immediately in the transaction. You have to restart your transaction. I had not restarted it, that's why system had not showed it. But now you can see very clearly that system pulls that information and associates it with the customer. We will save this particular order. And I will show you one of the old billing document which I had created, which as an example, so you will understand that when you will create an invoice, there's a billing document created, and when you look at that particular information, you will be able to see in the same way. Okay, not here. 1 second. You will be able to see the same way for that particular sales order, relevant customer hierarchy in the partners information. So I would take a pause here. That was a very high level information about what is customer hierarchy and how we utilize it. I did not try to cover a configuration information and all because that would take way more amount of time for us to understand and adjust every portion of the configuration. However, I would like to touch base very shortly. What are the benefits of utilizing customer hierarchy, but additionally, what are the limitations of utilization of the customer hierarchy? And then we will be opening up for any question or answers if you guys will have. So the advantages of utilizing the customer hierarchy concept, as we saw, it is really helps us from the reporting point of view. It does help us because the information associates with your every transaction in the sales order and billing, it does help you from the pricing point of view. It manages the system very well from the organizational point of view. So your company management, your controlling guys, they would be very happy if you will implement this functionality, because inherently this functionality helps them to do the KPI reporting very well. Your concept of rebate functionality or settlement management, that would become efficient. However, this functionality does not come only with the advantages, it comes with some disadvantages as well. If you guys realize, it's quite a lot master data maintenance. You have to make sure that your system is at any point of time very properly maintained. What if your customer is right now part of the one of the hierarchies chain, later he decides to come out of the mall and have its own individual place, which becomes a non-mall? What would you do? You will have to change that hierarchy nodes. You have to make sure that it is associated again with the right level. If you are having the so many more customers, like 500 customers, 1,000 customers, and such a movement due to the drastic business is high, you really need to have the skillful people who are maintaining your master data. Else, you may end up messing it up, and then whole purpose of the structure would not work out. What if your management decides that today you are tracking it based on your national, regional level, then from a mall or non-mall, luxury, non-luxury, with freezer, without freezer? This is your current criteria. What if management decides now our focus criteria are different? We would like to change this criteria, and they want to adopt a new criteria. That means you will have to create a complete new setup, and you will have to associate that new setups with your against every customer master which is there. These all topics are pretty effort intensive, effort oriented, and these are the typical disadvantages of the functionalities. So generally, whenever we have to take a decision, we have to do the like analysis against advantages versus disadvantages before, as a consultant, we recommend to our client that you should use the customer hierarchy or not, or should you use the alternative option of the customer groups, which may be handling more or less similar functionality, but in a flat structure point of view. So these are the typical concept around the customer hierarchy. I would take a pause here if anyone has any questions on this topic.
So Rudra, does this customer hierarchy also help in the financial reportings also, management reportings?
Definitely, customer hierarchy does help in the financial and management reporting, and truthfully, that is the major purpose. And if you implement customer hierarchy or product hierarchy, your controlling reports or controlling setups can fetch that information upfront directly, and naturally, it is a hierarchy structure, so there would be a summarization of the information better at a different level, and that can be utilized for your management and financial reportings.
Okay, that's great.
Any other question, guys?
Can we also control the credit part with this credit management at the customer hierarchies level?
No, you cannot control credit management at the customer hierarchy level. In reality, your customer hierarchy is not a real customer. It's just a node. So your it's node, it's a kind of a characteristics information and not the real customer. And that is why your credit management cannot be associated with the customer hierarchy. There is another reason. Your credit management is associated with your payer functionality, because payer is the one who has the account, who pays and clears the invoices. In this particular situation, if customer hierarchy is kind of a hard coded by the SAP to only associate with the sold to party and not with the individual payer, and that means that association cannot be further flown towards the financial transaction from the payment as well as credit management perspective.
Okay, okay, got it. Thank you, Rudra.
Welcome, Parminder. Anyone else? Any other question, guys? Okay. If we do not have any other question, I would like to quickly take you guys through the overall course content which we are going to cover, which already Parminder had touch based earlier, but we'll quickly refresh the same. And if you have any questions about around that topics, our team also can answer. So we have divided this particular course in two parts. Earlier we had kept it as a single course. However, the amount of topics which are there in the core SD functionality, that itself is covering pretty high number of hours, like 55, 60 hours. And additionally, SAP has came back with the latest 2019 and 2020 version, 1911 and 2020 version. It has came back with so many advanced functionality in the sales part that single course would not be like would be dragged so long, and that does not give enough flexibility for the people to choose. Do I have to do a complete course, or I just want a portion of the I just want to learn only advanced functionality of the S4 HANA in the logistics module, or I just want to understand basic sales and distribution. So there can be a different requirement, and from the experiences we ended up dividing that in two parts. Typical course content. So when you will go on the SastraGeeks main page, you will be able to go through the courses, and under the courses, instructor-led courses, you will be able to find S4 HANA SD Basics course, as well as Simple Logistic SD Advanced course. General our course is associated or aligned in line with the SAP certification topics, and it's way more than what is expected as a certification topic. We will start with the as basic as introduction of SAP ERP, enterprise structure, master data information. So we touch base just a customer master or a material master, but there is way more functions and controls behind it. We will cover those things, and then we will pass through the sales documents, where we will go through the various kind of business processes. We'll try to really understand.
Rudra, are you sharing your screen? Showing something on the screen?
I was sharing,
It got
but if
disconnected.
not, but if not, I would like to apologize. I don't know.
Uh,
Probably today the network is doing a tricks with me. Yeah, I hope you can see now.
yes,
So
yes, we can see now.
then I would quickly show you the same points. This is the screen. You enter on the SastraGeeks main portal, and you will see the courses, and under courses, you see the instructor-led courses. It will bring you here, the respective course. And once you will verify, you will find that what is our course curriculum. And I was talking about exactly the enterprise structure, master data, sales document, as in which kind of processes we are going to cover, why, what are the concept of the additional functionality like customer hierarchy, and we will continue from the logistics execution, billing, and the heart of the sales and distribution module, a pricing concept. We will take this particular part very much in detail, because this is the key thing. And for a consultant, if you want to really crack the interview, this is the area which will be always focused by the interviewers too. And we will cover that very well in more details. Our plan as of now is to start our next batch from the 31st January. Course duration is around 60 hours. We will try to be efficient on that particular part, but it would be around 60 hours at this point of time based on our experience. And definitely there's a reason we don't want to left out any important things for you guys to know. Timings, every Sunday, India time 6:30 to 6:30 onwards, 4 hours, and same would be for the US point of view. Timing would be 7 a.m. That's all from my side. Anything else would you like to add, Parminder?
Yeah, guys. So as soon as this basic course will finish, we'll just take a break of 1 weekend, and it will continue to the advanced course, where basically the experienced SAP consultants or experienced SD consultant, the people have who has 5 or more than 5 years of experience on SD, they also would be able to get benefited, where we'll be going through the advanced SD course. That would be around 40 to 45 hours of Delta course, where we'll be specifically talking about the difference between the ECC and SAP S/4HANA SD, all the new functionalities which has been introduced. Although these both courses, basics and S/4HANA advanced, would be happening, the both courses would be happening in S/4HANA 2020 version. Okay, so all the Fury parts, all the new things, the AATP we are going to cover in very detail. The AATP itself would be around 12 to 15 hours. It has a lot of topics involved into it. Now we have a sales order approval process would be there. So that all additional topics, the all new topics, functionality, features about the conversion, we'll be talking about in the advanced. Rebate management, settlement management, new credit management. This all we'll talk about in the advanced SAP S/4HANA sales training. So guys, open to you. If you guys have any kind of question, you can ask it now related to training or any another kind of questions related to curriculum if you
I,
have.
I have one question. I have one question.
Yeah,
So,
Dheeraj, go ahead.
what are the charges for it, sir? Means how much you will have to pay for it? For 60 hours or 45 hours? What are the charges? I want to confirm it once.
Yeah, so Dheeraj, we will be there is a links already has been sent. If you will see in the chat window, there are the links which
Okay.
has been already shared. In the link you can get it. It is 400 US dollar. There would be also a
Okay.
INR link where you can go and check the INR payment which need to be done for the basics and advanced. Both has been included the GST, and the 2 months of server access also has been included in basic and advanced, which means if you go ahead with both basics and advanced, it would also have a 4 months of server access. You just need to click on the links, all the curriculum, even the
Okay.
some of the demo videos, all other
Okay.
parts you would be able to see it there
Okay. Thank you
with
so
the
much.
prices and everything. If you still have any questions, in the chat window we have given the number, and we have also given the email ID. You can drop an email, or you can just call, or you can drop a WhatsApp message to get any further information.
Okay. Okay. I'll give you a call if I come across any problems. Thank you.
Sure, Dheeraj, anytime. Anyone has any another question, guys? Okay, if we don't have any other question, I think we can close the call. Thank you, Rudra, for providing a very grateful and insightful session on this customer hierarchy, and thank you everyone for joining today's session.